Well, Harry Kane is desperate to do what Sir Bobby Moore did. He should have been Sir Bobby Moore, sorry. Should have been Sir Bobby, shouldn't he? And lift the World Cup. What sort of game do you think it will be tomorrow?
I think it's going to be the game that everybody expects it to be. It's going to be a tough game. It's a real rivalry, a deep rivalry. Goes back 66, and you know, it's the kind of game that we know that whether we're in front or behind, there's going to be chaos in the game. You know, there's going to be chaos in the stands. They're not separated, the fans. And it's a game that we're going to have to show a lot of composure. You know, it's a country that, as time's gone by, I've learned a lot about them. I have no love for them. Obviously, Maradona's somebody that's done some amazing things that I've seen, but it's a team that we have to beat, and it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a real tough one. You know, a real attritional war we're going into, and we have to recognise that. I've heard Thomas Tuchel saying it's just the game. It's not just the game. And they'll realise it's not just the game. It's going to be more than that when they're playing.
They haven't played particularly fluently, have they, Argentina? We did the Cape Verde game. Obviously, the other day against Switzerland, equaliser on top, really, without a man sent off. But they don't know when they're beaten, Gary. They've shown that every single time.
Similar to us. Look, they've got an incredible energy about them. And I say this in a positive sense, a horribleness that is very difficult to get past. We're going to have to suffer tomorrow in that football match. I do think we've got a manager and a captain there that you've just seen speaking. You belong in these types of games. You've got great experience and won't let it affect them. They've got to deal with the presence and the aura of Messi. You're out there on the pitch with that guy just wandering around, knowing that he can sort of come to life at any minute. So there's a lot of things to contend with. But I think we can win. I do think we can win. And look, it's going to be a real struggle.
Let's go to neutral corner. What do you think, Roy?
I think it'll be obviously an amazing game. I think both teams, particularly for England, you definitely have to bring your quality. You have to play on the edge. You have to keep your discipline. You have to bring physicality. When you hit people, you hit them.
You hit them hard.
And show your quality.
They're quite similar teams in that sense.
Of course, and obviously on the other side of it, there'll be a lot of emotions involved for lots of different reasons. So yeah, I think it's set up for a cracker.
Yeah. What do you think, Patrick?
I think it will be an even game. I think what Argentina maybe have a little bit more is this kind of streetwise competitiveness, aggressivity. And I think on the England side, it will be important for them to really keep their calm, their focus, and not go into that kind of battles, I would say. Because football-wise, I think they have what it takes to respond.
But England need to be streetwise. Whatever other word you want to use, they need that, don't they?
Yeah, well, you say calm, obviously you don't want to do anything silly, but don't be too calm.
Yeah.
It's a game of football, it's emotion, but just play on the edge. Don't do anything too daft.
I think we've got the physicality for them as well. I think we can match them. Obviously, you want to make sure that someone like Jude, because they will probably target someone like Jude, because he's our main guy, so they want to get our main guy out of it. But from a physical point of view, I think we can deal with it.
But he should enjoy that, Righty. He's 6'1", 6'2". If people coming after you, we used to have a couple of battles. Patrick was a good one at kicking me every now and again. But that's a part of the game.
Sure.
Bring that physicality, it's part of the game.
It's a narrow precipice to walk along, to be on the edge, to hit somebody hard, and yet be calm enough not to get sent off.
Yeah, we've got to keep discipline. We've got some examples of that in the last 20, 30 years for England where we've lost discipline and that's cost us. But what I would say is ordinarily before a match, you wouldn't want an open game. I actually think we need an open game. We've got quicker players than them. We've got more speed.
Our width, Gary, our width
We've
is
got better
important
width and we've got higher energy. So let's try and play to our strengths. Make it an open game.
They won't want that, will they?
No, absolutely.
So, I'm just remembering your description of the centre-halves of Argentina, the best, worst centre-halves in the tournament. From England's point of view, they better be the worst ones tomorrow.
It's a compliment because they're capable of winning the match for them, but they do make mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. OK, let's take a final break and then we'll get an up-sum from Dallas.
Cheers, Jeff. I think they absolutely would end up with a statue. Now, after the Norway game, what made a lot of the headlines, other than the fact that England have made it through to a fourth ever World Cup semi-final, were the post-match interviews between Thomas Tuchel and Jude Bellingham and an ITV reporter, Gabriel Clark. That's been a huge story over the last couple of days. Let's remind you of what was said.
Not happy with the performance.
In what sense?
In every sense. Because, again, the commitment is there, but we made life very, very difficult for us in the way we played, how we played. Sloppy, a lot of technical mistakes, not fast enough, not repetitive enough. We were lucky today.
People maybe doesn't know what it's like to play in those kind of conditions against Erling Haaland, Odegaard, Nusa, Sorloth. You know, that's not an easy team to play against. Can't speak highly enough of the lads. You're not going to win every game popping the ball and making 1,000 passes. Sometimes you have to win dirty, and we've done that again tonight.
Absolutely, no one disputes that. I'm impressed with the shift that they put in, the effort, team spirit. the belief, the belief, and to overcome adversity and to dig in and find ways to win is on the absolutely highest level. They cannot get enough praise for that. But I'm also a football coach, and I think we can play better.
Well, some England fans were concerned, Alexei, there might be a rift in the camp between the best player, Jude Bellingham, and his head coach, Thomas Tuchel. And others were saying, well, it's just a reaction of two winners. Where do you stand on it?
I don't think it's a problem. I actually love it. I think it's important for Tuchel to do something a little different in terms of the way that he reacted and make sure that the players know that they have plenty of work to do and that they can and must get better if they ever hope to have it coming home. And I love the fact that Jude stood up for himself and stood up for his teammates. So I don't think the dynamic changes. I still think that they respect each other, even though they disagree with each other, maybe in this instance.
I think it's misinformation, because if Jude would have seen the interview of Tuchel, he would have answered differently, 100%.
Okay, Thierry, your thoughts now, a day or two later?
Nothing has changed for me. If you want to see what I've said, watch it again. We need to talk about the game. That's the most important thing. Like what animosity? There is no animosity in there. There is nothing in there. And I agree with Zlatan. He didn't know how it was phrased to Tuchel. That's about it. I leave it there. There's a game to play that we talked about. 1982, the Falkland War. Sorry, you know that. Hand of God.
Yep.
David Beckham.
Yep.
You guys don't like each other. That's the most important thing. I don't know why people try to divide that camp. That looks actually a camp that's united, and not Chelsea United, but united. Yes, that's very important. But that's what I'm saying. For once, you have a team that looks like have a good spirit, a good mentality. And why are you trying to divide them? Not you, obviously. Yep. They're playing well in the way that they want to play, fighting, coming back. We'll think about the style later on.
Okay.
Rebecca, I mean, England, they saw hand of God. Tomorrow they're going to see left foot of God. So.
Oh, okay. I like that. Oh, no, I don't like that. You're talking about Lionel Messi. Took me a second there to work out what he was talking about. Thank you, Zlatan, for more England's chances or not of advancing at the expense of Argentina. Let's send it over to Rob and the guys.
All right, Rebecca, so a lot of England talk inside. Let's come outside and talk about Argentina. And when you talk about the defending World Cup champs, when you talk about the #1 ranked team in the world, the conversation starts and ends with Lionel Messi. Turned 39 years not too long ago. Last 3 games, he has played 5.5 hours of soccer. 5.5 hours of soccer in his last 3 games, but he keeps going. What do you expect from Messi tomorrow?
I mean, to keep doing what he's doing, you know. He did an assist in the last game. He's been providing so much for the team. Whenever he wants, he looks like he can change a game completely. I mean, but I think it's not only about Messi, it's about Argentina. I think Argentina needs to step up, needs to play way better than the last 3 games that I've seen them play live, so they can have a chance to beat England.
I think every argument you could make against one of these teams, on the other side, the teams have the same deficiencies and strengths. Neither of them have played particularly well by their own standards, but yet they find ways to win. That's the most important part of these tournaments, and they have incredible mentalities. It's going to be an emotional game. It's going to be an intense game. Argentina play a very tight midfield diamond, and I think England can expose that. But at the end of the day, we have seen in these semifinals, they're decided by quality. So you have Messi, but then you have Bellingham, you have Keane. It's just going to be an incredible game. And I think when I think about that emotion, if England can manage that and not get drawn into the game that Argentina want, which is to make the game a little bit ugly at times, because they thrive in those situations. So I don't want to write off Argentina. I don't want to write off this England team. It's going to be phenomenal.
We've all been part of teams, either with our club or with our country, or seen other teams that have something about them that just gets them over the finish line every time. I don't know what it is with Argentina. They've been on the easier half of the draw, but they get in these nasty situations and they just find a way to win. And last thing for me, I have made a lot of mistakes betting against, not literally, betting against Lionel Messi in my life. I'm not betting against that guy. I think somehow, some way, Argentina find a way to win.
The Tuchel thing, look, I think he's creating a mentality monster in England, and that speaks to the way they're performing and standing up to it. So that group feels closer than anything, which should be scary for other people.
Yeah. One interesting subplot, and we won't know this until you guys walk in the stadium. What is that crowd breakup going to be? Because you could make a case that the best fan bases at this World Cup have been the English and the Argentinian crowd. The
It's
crew
gonna be
behind us,
louder
whether
than
they're
today.
from Mexico or Spain, has been pretty good here as well. Gentlemen, thank you for your insight all afternoon long. Kylian Mbappe's dreams of lifting that World Cup trophy.
The excitement is building. It's all a bit messy. World peace. This is the pretend Bellingham, Tuchel, Harry Kane playing the peacemaker in it all. I don't want to dwell on that because I feel like we've talked about it a lot over the last couple of days. What I do want to do is head to Atlanta and join Kevin Egan and Adrian Healy to look ahead to this game. Adrian, you're obviously along with me, just the only Englishman on this. Oh no, Macca as well, I suppose. We're the only Englishmen who care on this panel.
Oh, thanks, Tanya.
How do you feel going into this tie? That's good. No, at least he's filled the role of Burley, making sense. Macca, looking at there's so many different storylines going into this.
Yes, of course there is, and everybody's looking forward to it. I think we're all a little bit scared. We hope the game goes ahead and it's nice and friendly and England get the right results, but yet there's many subplots that people will talk about continually.
Yeah.
But what you would say is that a lot of these players have never faced each other, have they? You know, Messi's never played against England, which is surprising in itself. So, you know, the Maradona game, the 98 game, a lot of these players weren't even born. So thankfully they'll go at it and they'll make their own history and hopefully, for me personally, drive England to the World Cup final.
Santi, from an Argentinian.
Yes, I mean there's a lot of literature behind this game, but we all want to see a football match, a football game, and it's only that, no? I mean, with all the passion, with all the we know which colours we are defending. We can show our passion and our colour, but then we have to be fair and think about a football match, and then I like to see the positive things of life and of football too. And we cannot forget that we play football in Argentina because the English brought football to Argentina. I mean, many of the Argentinian teams are named with English names. You have River Plate, you have Boca Juniors,
Newell's boys.
I'm from Rosario, which is Messi's city, and Pochettino's city, and Di Maria's city, and we have Newell's Old Boys after Isaac Newton and Isaac Newell's, who founded schools and founded also that club.
The English did some good things overall.
Right, let's not
Rosario,
go down any other road.
Rosario Central Station, Macca, Rosario Central Station, which is because it's the railways that brought football to.
And Italian also. Messi is from Italy a little bit, no?
Oh my God! Right, stop talking, everyone. Let's go back to the pub, Kevin.
Yeah, lads, welcome in over here to the Irish Eggs. I tell you what, I brought the wrong fella to the Irish Eggs. We came in, I said, do you enjoy a Guinness, Adrian? Oh no, Guinness, that wouldn't be for me. I mean, come on, Adrian.
Not
seriously.
the day before an England game.
No.
Before an England game. Hey, at least this place isn't called the English accent.
No.
You named it well. You named it well.
Do you know what, though? You know what was interesting? It was when the game finished with Spain comfortably beating France, a brilliant performance, obviously. You could tell there was a nervous energy around the English fans and around the Argentina fans, knowing that if they win tomorrow, that's who they face.
Yeah, it was almost like hardly any of them expected that outcome in that manner. But now it's real. They're like, oh, Spain can do that?
Yeah, but there was one fella actually had much better energy than the rest. A fella that you might know well, played in the Premier League, ridiculously handsome, great right foot, goes by the name of David. Get in here.
David B. There we go, I'll take the mic.
The one and only David Bentley.
I love the good-looking bit, thank you.
How are you feeling?
Amazing. We're going to play Spain because we're going to beat the Argentinians. Don't worry about that. Come on, ain't we?
Are you really that confident?
I am.
Why?
Because we've got Harry Kane, we've got Bellingham. What a team we got. Hey, you're English, don't we? Hey, we've got Craig Burley in there. Well,
Craig Burley's there,
he's in there. I've already dealt with...
He played for Scotland.
He did. Scotland started the tournament as they're like, you know, everyone in America loved them. They started the tournament. England are going to end it.
Here we go again.
England.
What did I tell you last time, Craig? They're obsessed. Good stuff, David.
You've been doing the rounds all over America, haven't you? Like you used to weave through that Blackburn midfield. You've been weaving around this country. What have you been doing? What have you been taking?
I've had an amazing journey. As a footballer, you become a little bit institutionalised. You don't understand what the fans go through, how much money they spend on tickets, flights, accommodation, their love and passion for the game. They get criticised. I've not seen one problem. I've been to Boston, New York, Mexico. The fans have been amazing.
It's so
the
true.
vibes, the energy.
And that's definitely the energy we get.
The Irish vibes, that's what we got.
We're bringing it today. Dan, as you can tell, David just one of many enjoying themselves.
with Thomas Tuchel. Steve
Apparently it's coming home.
You have to stop telling me that French people are arrogant. You know what I mean? Wow, the guy is so confident.
Yeah.
Yeah. Santi, you want to say something to that guy?
Yeah, well,
he was like that on the football
for
field.
tomorrow.
Okay,
exactly.
It's the same on the football field. What sort of game are we going to see, Maka?
I hope it's an exciting game. I haven't been overly enthralled with England's, visually when you've watched them. Or Argentina have been in more exciting games, but I haven't really seen Argentina go to the next level. So I like it to be a high-quality game. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for England to win, but I want to see better football from England as they progress.
Prediction?
2-1.
Frank?
Going for 2-1 for England as well.
Really?
Yeah, like Maga, 2-1 for Argentina.
There we go.
Wow.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. So we know one spot that is filled for this year's World Cup final, which of course will take place